before you bring him out. Let me say something. Because while I was there also waiting for Kolu, it's longer than that too. I don't want to waste your time. I want to get to the comic parts so that we can all feel a little bit, we can all loosen up a bit. But I want to quickly chip in something. Somebody said that Mayegun is fond of insulting Tinubu and praising Omo Igbo. You know why I'm going to answer you? Because your bigotry is something that some people are beginning to misconstrue as the trait or sort of trait, so to say, of Yorubas. And there is something we need to be very, very clear of. Are you with me? When I speak about the criminals in Nigeria, if you have paid attention very well, I have spoken about those whose actions and inactions have directly or indirectly affected either you watching me, or the people around you. And what have I done? When you look at the federal structure, the federal Nigeria, whatever is done as a federal, whether you are from the north, or you are from the east, or you are from the west, or wherever you are from, you are affected. You know why? Because when it's federal, when it comes to education, you'll be affected. When it comes to healthcare, you'll be affected. When it comes to security, you'll be affected. And when it comes to the economy generally, you'll be affected. And that is why whoever is at that center, and those who facilitated them there, will always attract our venom. You know why? Look around you and look at the result, what they have done. That is where, from 2015, especially from 2015, the responsibility of whether Nigeria go better or it go destroy, whether Nigeria will be safe or not safe, became the responsibility of the criminal party in the center. Whatever they have done, I mean, before they came, I have never had any reason to be worried about a Fulani terrorist. But because of the federal structure, Fulani terrorists are able to commit crime and they are able to be covered. So, if I want to drop all of that, at whose doorstep do you think it should be dropped at? The criminals that brought that upon us, or the ones that are saying that they have a solution, they want to fix it. So they should be responsible for it, Abi. Now, let me explain something to you. Tinubu is a generational criminal. Are you with me? Because, number one, I'm a Yoruba man, and I am from the west, southwest Nigeria. I know Tinubu very well, know his politics very well, than majority of those of you who are non-Yorubas or from outside the Yoruba land. If you meet a Yoruba man that tells you otherwise about Tinubu, will be either somebody whose relation or relatives or himself or people they know are benefiting directly from Tinubu's political thievery, poverty academy, something that is called all risers kind of a way of life. But when you see Yorubas, hardworking Yorubas, genuine Yorubas, they will tell you about Tinubu. Sure you get. And when it comes to the thugs and the stealing and the looting and everything and the underdevelopment of Yoruba land and the agile scheme of Tinubu in Yoruba land, Yorubas always reject Tinubu for a while. But over time, a lot of people were able to get enough money to swindle the people, steal and then get into power only to render the people even poorer and poorer. That's the credit of Tinubu. Now that they have done in the last 24 years, that all that happened in Yoruba land in the last 24 years were done to us by Yorubas, not Igbos, not Omo Igbo, not Omo Hausa, not Omo Fulani. They were done to us by the Yorubas. Tinubu is bragging to be from Yoruba land with something good to offer all of you in Nigeria, and you believe them. So, as a Yoruba man, if I want to tell you, that's why I said that don't hate people because other people said they want to hate them. If I tell you that your political leaders are criminals, people will tell you nobody is spared. Because if I say that, I am actually like attaching the crimes they have committed. And how much of those crimes affected you directly or indirectly. That's what I do. And that is why you may hate Igbos, you may not like Igbos, but please, do not let your children meet the Oribrukus that brought you to this state of the state of bigotry. Tinubu is not the mouthpiece of Yoruba people. I am a Yoruba man. I don't recognize him as anything other than an opportunist, with other thugs taking the Yorubas for a ride while we watch our land and our people descend further into abject poverty. Then Tinubu, using that same drive of Yoruba this, Yoruba that, he decided to tell Yorubas that APC, Egbekegbe, was coming to restructure Nigeria. APC, Egbekegbe, was coming to give you state police. But guess what? It's been almost 8 years now. When they asked Buhari about restructuring, he said, what is restructuring? What is that? But Tinubu that lied to Yorubas is now coming back again to say Yoruba this or that. So you want me, a Yoruba man from Yoruba land, with this my age and time, to join you, right, in gaslighting Peter Obi that never ever took either a decision that either affects me directly or indirectly as a Yoruba man in Yoruba land. And as part of Nigeria, he was never part of those who took decisions that affected me directly or indirectly. He was never. Do you know those who are supposed to condemn Obi? Publicly, those who have the right to condemn Peter Obi and tell you whether they want to lie about him or whether they want to say the truth about him, or those who have the chance to condemn him are the people from Anambra, where he served as a governor, where he supervised their lives, their destiny, their everything for 8 years. They are the only people that can tell you either to like him or not to like him. But if you're Oribruku, that some of you have become so shameless that even when they are kidnapping your brothers and sisters in Yoruba land, the same Tinubu that you think I'm insulting, became deaf and dumb, that they are unable to even speak for the same Yorubas. You are not offended by that? No, you are not. Olori Bruku niye. So, Olori Bruku dere, from what we know, they said that if a house is peaceful, look at Yoruba land. They didn't also Yoruba land. Can you not see that? So you want me to feel good as a Yoruba man, Abi? And then they make something up about Obi that has never taken any decision, like I said. Abi Obi don't become anything in federal Nigeria. A minister? Was he a minister? Maybe I'm not actually like up to date. Maybe I'm actually not the one who is up to date. Has Obi taken any decision on behalf of Nigeria that affects Hausa, Yoruba, Igbos, and everybody all together? Can you tell me? Has he been part of any central government that came out to tell you they are going to change your life? Has he been? So me as a Yoruba man is telling you that truth, that if you are looking for enemy, the enemy of Yoruba people, the enemy of Yoruba land, there are no other people other than the same criminals parading themselves as Yoruba politicians. You see them all the time. These criminals are richer than the state they are governing. You are happy about that. You are proud about them because you love your criminals differently. I don't. So if you think I am going to sit down here and then make up things simply because I'm a Yoruba man and I've always been talking about the criminals in Nigeria. I spoke about a lot of criminals, okay? And I think, so you are trying to be, many of you have come here in your bigoted mind, since you have nothing to actually, something substantial to tell you that if there is any reason why Yorubas are what we are today, we could be bigger than this. We could be, I mean, come on, man. But look at the criminals. They are okay with what Nigeria is giving to Yoruba people. They are okay with that. We are now turning to Alimajiri in Yoruba land. We are now having out of school children in Yoruba land. In Lagos State alone, 2 million school children are walking on the street, hawking and selling things. You Olori Brukus are not like saying, you dismayegun, you are condemning a Yoruba man. Are those not your future? Are those not the people that are going to eventually rob you or kill you? Those are the people they are grooming. Those are the people they are breeding. The children that nobody cares for, nobody cares about. Look around you. Who are those in the basket of the poorest people in Nigeria? Young people. They are in the basket of the poorest. Look around you. So you can like Tinubu and all of them. But please, I take God beg you. Never in your life should you say, if anybody insults Tinubu, they are insulting Yoruba. When did Tinubu become tell me, Abego, when did Tinubu become the the character measurement for anybody in Yoruba land to say, I actually love the character of this person? So you are changing the narrative, trying to make the Yorubas be like, if you see Tinubu, if you see Lagos Abobak, all these beggars, all these Agberoso, that's Yorubas. Yorubas are not like that. We are more intelligent, considerate, accommodating, and we detest injustice by all means. Don't bring religion, don't bring tribe, and then begin to like drug addict, drug dealer, drug money laundering. And you go everywhere trying to like tell everybody that, hey, don't talk like that. Are you not a Yoruba? If I'm a Yoruba, I should be offended because people are abusing Tinubu. So don't come here and then, if you have anything with Obi, if you have lived in Anambra before, or if they have not allowed you to live in Anambra before, from your own experience, tell the world about that. Don't bring your experience and make it look like all of us, we should hate those you hate. Dislike those they told you to dislike. When they ask you why, you say, boy, are you not a Yoruba man? Again. Don't stop using profanity. Behave. Let's go to Badam Akodi again. Those are the things they do to blackmail you. It's called emotional blackmail. Tribal blackmail. Shall you get? Good luck Egbere Jolantan is from Niger Delta. Why did I call him Good luck Egbere Jolantan? He was president of Nigeria. His own failure brought to Abeokuta. So you know the reason that way, but because they have shared it to you in your WhatsApp group. As a Yoruba man, look around you. Look at your children. Some of you have your children, they are graduates. Your children are graduates, jobless, useless, wasting away. Some of your own children, some of them told you they are going to Europe. They are dead in Libya. Some are slaves in Libya. All everywhere talking about you are insulting Tinubu and you are saying I said he is your karma. You better manage it that way and don't ask me any mad question like say I actually hold you or anybody holds you because they share the same ancestry or what have you with Tinubu. Yoruba to Yoruba. Abishop one of yoju any. Let's go to Makodi. Kalu from Makodi, where he was doing his bulu bala. And the Agberus around him. The crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers. Look at them. Bunch of clowns. I want to be future in Siniabi. Tinye the popcorn.
The Director General of the PCC, let me not waste our time here. All I want to hear is, if I say Nigeria, I want to hear the response from the Benue people. Nigeria! Nigeria! Thank you very much, Benue people. How about Benue? It gives me great pleasure and with utmost humility to represent the national chairman, Senator Dr. Abdullahi Adamu, and to hand over the microphone to our incoming president. Incoming president, 25th February, God willing, Abuja Host, the Jagaba of Africa. And welcome, sir. here.
Yes, Father.
He brought hope.
That's your day.
He brought prayer. He brought faith.
Yes, sir.
In Almighty God. Is every down.
Do you see that was your mole dance? That was your mole dance. You'll see more. But it's so noisy, I know. They couldn't get the old noise out. So manage them like that, Let's go to the other parts. Hope is here. Renew hope is here. God is going to answer your prayer. We're taking a crusade, but the cruise just started, The next one.
And I am here also to talk about him, about my friends. My very, very good friend. Long years back, February.
You are voting for Jagaba.
What will you do? Will you vote for your program? I'm assuring you, all our students, once you elect me, we will establish student loan. We will. Not bother. About the noise makers. We will give you education. God will help you. Yes. Somebody here. Remind me about the areas of salary. We will. If you vote for APC, your headache is gone. We will bring hope back to the IDP. That is the end of misery. We are not the same thing as Poverty Development Party. They develop poverty. They make good and bad. Good on prices. For 16 years.
8 plus 8.
They did not remember our gas pipeline. They are what I call yesterday. This saboteur. They issue to themselves PMS, Petroleum Product License, to their supporters, to their sympathizers. They changed the cause. They started creating queues. They started blackmailing the government. We are saying PDP enough is enough.
Who is your next president? Who is your next president? Who is your next president? When I say Nigeria, you say Nigeria! Nigeria! Thank you.
Did you hear that? He just blamed the PDP for the fuel scarcity in Nigeria. He said, PDP, they gave their supporters fuel and they create fuel scarcity in Nigeria for the rest of Nigeria. Why, PDP? Why would you do that to us? Also, PDP get that kind of power? Eh? Demented Tinubu speaking. This is another part before we go back to Abuja. Now, all of you say you won't go Makodi first, too. He said more. Here is another part.
He said from transport, when he was in Boston, he did good transport. He didn't know that is an offense. The only thing you are allowed to do as a civil servant is farming. He didn't know. Then he was talking about bullion, bullion, this, bullion, that. You see how you don't have electricity. $60 billion. No be cowrie lane. They chop the money, they share the money, they fight each other over it in Wuse market.
Who is your next president? Who is your next president? All right, listen to your brother.
For me,
You pay, we gather. Another person pay, we gather. And they put up a spectacle. That is the, the comic relief I told you about. So maybe we should just go and check what makes Peter Obi thick, especially among the obedient, when he was hosted by the University of Abuja. Even outside the University of Abuja stuff, right? It was somewhere in Abuja, they called the place a Bantex shopping center or something. You need to see what happened there too. Of course, I'm going to take calls, okay? I'll try and take calls tonight, even if it's just going to be for like an hour or 45 minutes, okay? But I need to deliver, unload all these things I've got here, all right? Don't let us stop halfway. So let's go to Abuja, where Obi was dazzling the students, right? Watch this. It's a long one.
Structure of criminality, corruption, throwing people into poverty, and causing me. I'm contesting this election because I'm the most qualified to solve this problem. Structure of criminality, corruption, throwing people into poverty, and causing misery for our people. We want to reverse that. That's what we want to do. We will dismantle one of the channels that was interviewing me this morning said establishment. I said, which establishment? Is it corruption establishment? Or is it corruption? No. My dear people, we are not here to tell you anything, but to assure you that a new Nigeria is possible. And that new Nigeria will be led by a leader, and leaders that understand what the problem is. This election that is coming must not be based on ethnicity. If you're from the north and anybody say vote for me because I'm from the north, tell him that the poorest people live in the north. They haven't solved it for years. Let them show you the north is insecure. That's what you asked them. Because you have voted north since. What did they do? The very people they used the controversies. The real people, they ride on their back to get there because the first victim. The north is the poorest. South is the same thing. There's poor people everywhere. So please, it is not about ethnicity. You can't drive today from Abuja to Kaduna by air, by road, or by train. It's not because a non-northerner is in government. Enough of that. This year's election should not be by religion. There's no place Christians or Muslims buy bread cheaper. If you not bread, if you have any mosque, if you know any mosque where they sell bread cheaper, show me. You go there and buy bread. I come out and wash. It is enough of that nonsense. Our problem is not religion. I've asked people like this, you have opportunity of traveling to Dubai. I'm a Christian, I'm a Catholic. The Catholic church in Dubai, the land and the church was built by any of Dubai, is a Muslim. Let us stop telling us that nonsense. The central mosque is not run. The land cost billions. The land was donated by the Queen, not a Muslim. It's only in Nigeria. Because they want to deceive us. Because they have refused to educate our people. Kept them impoverished to tell them lies. Tell them we will not follow you by religion. It is not by my turn, it's nobody's turn. It's your turn to take back your country. It is nobody's turn. My name is Mr. Peter Obi. I tell you, I'm from the south. I'm an Igbo man. I'm proud of where I come from. But I'm even more proud being a Nigerian and I'm contesting the election. I don't want anybody to vote for me. because of where I come from. I don't want anybody to do it for that thing. I'm contesting this election because I'm the most qualified to solve this problem. Let me assure you, this year's election will make a Canada we can trust. It's no longer stories. The vice presidential candidate is here. And I'll tell you who he is. His name is Dati Baba Ahmed. That is his name. You can go and Google it. When he wanted to introduce me, I said no introduction. Go and Google his name. You know his age. You know his name. You know the schools he went to. He has PhD in London School of You know the economics. That is the beginning. We must know those we are voting for. Their name, their age, and everything, and where they will school they went to must not be secrecy. It must be open. Mr. Peter Obi, if you look at here, I can show you. Let me tell you, I can show you people whom I went to school with. Vice Chancellor, I know we are not in trouble. Time is out, but I need to mention something that happened to me. One of the greatest people that helped me in my government is here. Professor Ume. When I became governor, the Nigerian Medical Council refused. The Nigerian Medical Council refused and said to me that the University of Anambra State University Medical School is shut down. And I asked why. They said to me, you have no teaching hospital. And you cannot have a medical school without a teaching hospital. He was the leader of that team. And I remember begging them in office, you cannot punish the students because of the mistake of the government. We made the mistake, they will suffer. And I argued, can you allow me to build a teaching hospital in 2 years? All the panel members said it will not be possible. Professor Sume said, why don't we give him 2 years? Go today. Go to Anambra State University. I built the fastest teaching hospital ever built.
I told you, even though a lot of you could judge him, right, based on what he is saying, because he could speak clearly, sure you know, and he could speak coherently. You could be like, no, that's a lie, only raw, this or that. But when you listen to Kolu, is that you are sitting down there, face filled with pity, sorry, and the constant shaking of head, like, oh, for damn, and then maybe giggling where you are. Now, these are the two people running. I mean, these are the two running for president of Nigeria, or two of the others running, Abi. So yeah, it took it to some length. I've told you that he bragged differently, okay? And then so are the obedient as well. They brag differently. Now, he engaged them in that same University of Abuja this morning. They were asking him questions. He was answering, right? I know some of you who don't really like this, you would rather sit down there and laugh at an old man that is senile, demented, suffering from Parkinson, and the rest of that. Some of you would do that and you say, oh, God, forgive me. This particular one is like, he's lying. It's so easy, right? But we laughed. We will listen to this too. Same thing I give to every one of them that I talk about. Now, let's go back. They were asking him questions.
What is your strategy to ensure that by the time these Nigerian masses have suffered, see you as the hope, justice, fairness, and order, that this mandate enters the hand of Peter Obi? What is the chance that from nowhere people will enter the Party and Peter Obi will begin to find some challenges in managing these human beings?
Okay, let's attempt to answer this. Let's attempt to answer this. And I'll start from you. Let me start from you. Let me tell you, I've been a governor. As a governor of my state, I did not have one member in House of Assembly of my party. I did not have a local government chairman. I did not have a House of Rep member or state member. My party was as small as this. You only worry about all this when you're going to run a transactional government. If you're going to be transparent, it doesn't matter whether you're alone. And if you know me, I don't think they'll come from anywhere. What we are going to do, I have no room for anybody coming for any capture. We will capture the person before I capture them. We don't have any room. I have two questions here which I'll answer. Somebody asked about corruption and theft. But when I finish it out, I use them to conclude. Here, people ask about issue of Nigerian police. Let me assure you. Nigerian police is not the problem. We will check Nigerian police to the police and they'll be friendly. It's because they don't know. Those boys who are calling Yahoo boys, because of lack of our investment in another job, we will make those people you call Yahoo boys. We will change them because they have the talent to change the world. I want you to listen to me. Hello? I want you to listen to me. When we talked about Steve Jobs this morning, all of you said Steve Jobs funded Apple. Everybody here said Steve Jobs funded Apple. Let me tell you one of the greatest problems of Steve Jobs. The greatest thing Steve Jobs did in his life. Steve Jobs funded Apple with his friend. I want you to listen to this. Watch me. Do you know what they did? Steve Jobs went and started using phone to test a man called John Scully. John Scully was CEO of Pepsi. Pepsi had the headquarters in New York. His office is in 12th floor. Pepsi Global. The CEO of Pepsi is a man called John Scully. Steve Jobs and his friend sat in a garage, texting him every day, stop selling sugared water, come and join us to change the world. These two boys are in a garage, texting him every day, stop selling sugared water, because that is not the future of the world. What we are doing is future. And they were doing it every day. Every day. I want you to listen. If it's in this country, you know what will happen? Police will arrest them. 1 minute, I'm trying to look the man. After 6 months of testing Josh Colley every day, Josh Colley went to Pepsi management and submitted his resignation. I said, this boy said to him, we are not going to pay you. We are going to give you 5% of the company. No salary. But I want you to help us to change the world. Josh Colley went to Pepsi management, submitted his letter of resignation, and when they asked him where is he going, he said he wants to go and join these boys in garage because they are fascinated by what they are doing. That's how Josh Colley left his office to came to Apple to become the CEO of Apple, no salary, but he was given 5% of the company. The first thing Josh Colley did was to sack Steve Jobs. You know, Steve Jobs was sacked from Apple. Josh Colley sacked him. He said Steve Jobs is fascinated about what he's going to do. He's not putting money aside. So imagine selling sugar. When he said he's going to resign, everybody said he needs a saturated treatment. But that's how Josh Colley became 5% owner of Apple. Nobody will do it here. They will say the police will arrest everybody. Bill Gates left school in Harvard where his parents went. I went to live in a month with his friend to start Microsoft. The parents nearly disowned him because they didn't know what he was doing. But a woman who was there doing cleaning had him as a mother, as a child, looking after him. That woman was eventually given a tiny percent of Microsoft, which eventually turned into $1 billion. So, it's so fascinating. All these Yahoo boys, all they need is the direction, and they will change the world. And you know they change the world. I'm not saying there might be some of them who are criminals. But at least when India was doing that, and we thought India was doing it, today India is ICT owner in Nigeria, we will change it. Those who carry laptop will give them more laptop. We need to study very well. We do whatever we're going to do. We're going to do it where we study, learn. The last time I met with cryptocurrency management, I told them, I'm going to learn what you're doing. It's fascinating, but I want to learn it. I can't tell you, I'm going to put money in it. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do it, but we will do what. Remember, we said we are going to move Nigeria to fourth industrial revolution. We're not going to stay outside it. Daddy is a young man. I have an idea of what they are doing, and we're going to drive it. Voters card will ask people to go, and we will start in university. They have to allow you to go and vote. Your vote is more critical than those people they give money, because you know the right and wrong thing. So we must allow you to vote, and we'll plead with them. And there was two other questions which they wrote here. Somebody wrote about security. I've said exactly what we are going to do in security. I've said security, we will not have unsecured Nigeria under our watch. The other two important questions people ask here is the corruption and issue of our debts. Corruption and our debts. And I can tell you, borrowing, never think that borrowing is a problem. Every country of the world is owing money. Every country that develops is by borrowing. Every good business borrows money. The G7 countries are in debt. The number one biggest economy in the world is America. As we speak, American debt is almost 90% of her GDP.
Let me save you that, okay? because that's Obi there is going to his territory. And that is where it's going to take you to China, it's going to take you to Japan, it's going to take you to America. And in Nigeria, people don't like stats. They don't like statistics, okay? They just want you to do something either from the thin air, you know what I mean, reading and all that. Somebody said, oh, how did I miss that? Sorry, somebody was saying something about, oh, hang on, where is that again? Okay, I'll let that pass, okay? However, that's him, where he was answering questions from the University of Abuja, the students of the University of Abuja. Hey, I remember now. Let's be sincere, okay? Like I said, right? Except you are obedient, okay? Except you are obedient. If you are not obedient and you don't like Obi and all of that, that's fine, all right? Just same way some people don't, some people don't like Tinubu, others don't like Atiku. So all of you, where they look into their charade election or you're going to participate in that, and because of that, you have your own reservation, okay? Fine, good, fine. But the fact is that don't let that your biasness or bias to block your real sense of reason, okay? She call you if you talk like that. Can call you answer questions like that. Eh? Can he? I'm just asking question. I'm not, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying. He's speaking, he's saying something there, right? That you heard him clearly. You have problem with his voice. Princess doesn't like his voice. Voice. But for the first time, yeah, she actually heard him clearly when Obi was at a Chatham House. And I think that actually changed a lot for him too. Have you noticed? From after that Chatham House show and what have you, he's been more welcomed, more accepted. Probably a lot of people don't hear him because of his feminine voice. Like that, yeah? I mean, leave all of that. Let's just say, just say the truth. Shit, if Tinubu talk like that. Somebody that couldn't even make any statement. Somebody that couldn't even make any sort of coherent. Somebody who couldn't make any coherent statement of even like talking about one thing. You know that. So take off all of that stuff and then maybe you can then see that he has so much right to brag. Look at him. He brags differently. How many of you will be bragging if Pastor Ruga is the presidential candidate of APC? Let's be honest. Some of you, you would have tried so much now to make us forget that APC, Egbekegbe, actually killed the youth in Nigeria, jailed activists, and then freed terrorists and reward terrorists. That APC, Egbekegbe, sank you into more poverty and more terrorism. If it was Pastor Ruga, a lot of people would have Lamba Mati Wagon. Pastor Ruga would be sounding like my APC is the best thing that happened to you. People will tell you to forget about Buhari's failure. Pastor Ruga is the best thing. But look at that sick old man. A lot of you are so defensive. I have this, my brother. We have history. Samuel Dada. Those are the die-hard Showres take it backers. Those are those who first believed that Nigeria could be rescued only if people could let Showre do it. And you see, when you see the take it backers, they are strong-willed too. Unfortunately, this time, I remember in 2019, when we had this global movement for Moyele Showre and all of that, we didn't get the same reciprocatory gesture from those in Nigeria. Majority of us in diaspora then were like, oh, Showore, it was everywhere. It was an amazing person. A lot of people became Showore's fan from that day and they never looked back. Till tomorrow, they will never look back. You see that my brother, Samuel Dada, a wonderful person, by the way, a diehard Showore supporter, right? Somehow, people would never have thought that when the young people in Nigeria will eventually revolute against in large number like this, the beneficiary won't be somebody who has actually been who has so much scar to show for standing up against the rotten system. So Samuel Dada is always like, shut up, Obi is this, Obi is that. I said, guys, you all have the right, especially if you are participating in their charade, okay? You all have the right to feel however you feel about your own personal candidate and that. Sure you get, But let's be honest. Does that then kind of rule out what we are seeing, what we are facing, seeing face to face? Yeah, like I said, Obi is one of the PDP. Jarema Yegun, let us be honest. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying he is. But does any of those or any of that rule out the fact that this is happening? It's going nowhere. Jarema Yegun was okay. I didn't tell you it's going somewhere. I'm just telling you that right before your eyes, right before our very eyes, it has become a big, big, big threat. And except you are speaking to me or commenting from any of these three positions, sure you get, or three feelings. The first one, the feelings of banter. The second one, the feeling of painment from the position of pain. The third one, which is from the position of meant. You don't get shoko, but you don't know. In any of this, if you are not suffering from any of this, you won't have any problem admitting that this is happening, right? Now let's go outside that hall. Let's leave that university. This time around, they said that they had him down when he went to a shopping mall called Bantex in Abuja. You won't see? You can't say it's not happening. It's happening. Whether he's going to be strong enough or not, you can't say it's not happening. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, but it's going nowhere. See, I am not here to argue that with you yet. Sure you get. But that you don't think it is something doesn't mean it is not happening. Come to that reality. I know what I'm saying, you know. I want to say for something less. So we don't run mad because of something less. So when you deny reality, you begin to hallucinate. Here you get. This is reality. Nigeria is being destroyed, divided by APC. So if you are creating your alternative reality, by the time you finally begin to live in your alternative reality, asylum mental home, you need to accept what is real from what is not. You can write them off, or do not deny that this is happening. Let's go to Bantex in Abuja. The same guy who left his school, Abuja University today. The guy is, I don't know. He knows that Nigerian students have 4.5 million voters. He's got 4.5 million votes to grab. Whatever amount of millions he can get from that, he is going from places to places and is pulling crowds from here and there without paying a kobo. You want to tell me that that you believe that is nothing? It's not from the position of pain or position of mental problem. Let me show you Bantex. Let's go there. That's Abuja. They say not Banex, not Bantex. See me. I've never been there. Here you get. I don't know where that bant comes from because I was talking about banter. Or just for banter and all of that. They call it Banex, not Bantex. Let's go back there.
These are YouTube
Let me save you the time. I've got so many videos I could play with you all night, and then I just enjoy the night with you. However, I want to take calls. Sure you get, like I said, right? Obi is benefiting from bottled anger, disappointment, frustration of the young people, and then not so young people in Nigeria. And you know why? You would wish they do it different. Let me tell you something, right? I'll tell you something. We all know how this whole thing sort of brewed up. Sure you get. We know it. For those who want to be honest, we know how it all started. APC, Egbekebe contributed to this much division, okay? Somebody said that, I think that's the princess. Was that you? That are these not the same people singing Holy Holy Nnamdi Kanu? Don't let us mix them up. I'll tell you why, okay? It is an injustice, right? Especially to the young people, okay, who died or got killed during the NSAS protest in Nigeria 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago. Sure you get. We know the genesis of all of this. And we know that when NSAS was going on, it had nothing to do with IPOB or Biafra. We know that nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. But just like majority of us abroad that time reacted and supported those young men and women. You remember that it got to a stage that they were even telling everybody, we don't want politicians among us. We don't want any celebrity. We don't want anybody to come here and distract us. You remember that? So it would be like, it would be ingenious. It would be like sad if all of you now turn around and then indirectly look at the obedient and call them the people that were singing Holy Holy Nnamdi Kanu. That is your own indirect way of saying these are the people who are IPOB without saying they are the obedient are IPOB. That's so wrong. And I know a lot of you like that love to drop that all the time. That is your own way of trying to say Peter Obi is about the Igbos, and those who are supporting him are Igbos. Sure you get, even when you are not supporting Tinubu or supporting APC or anybody. But that is your own way, your own simple line. But it's not true. You know it's not true, right? It is not. When the NSAS protest was really raging globally, a lot of us here also mobilized international. We are not victims of a police brutality, were we? We mobilized all over the world in solidarity with those young people in Nigeria. You witness all of that before politics happened. The people who pushed those children to that state are the people running for office now. They are the people now saying they want to save Nigeria. So if somebody